Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika, the channel where we talk a lot about financing, cryptos, NFT. In today's video, I'm going to talk about should you opt for cheap products or should you opt for expensive products, because it's not just about being in a consumer mindset, but also when you are running your business, you do need tools, resources, softwares, applications, memberships, a lot more stuff to run your business. And you would be thinking, do I need to go with the cheap product or do I need to go with the expensive ones? So I'm going to be sharing my tip with you guys in this video based on my own experience with my own business. And also, if you are a normal customer purchasing a product and you're comparing between the two different products and thinking cheap or expensive, which one to go for, I'm going to talk about all those things. Hopefully it will going to help you. Let's dive in. Before go back, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such video future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm going to upload new videos, you're going to get notified about it. Also, if you are a creative person looking forward to make money online, then I have other channel where I talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. The link is in description box below. You could very well grab the Finance Planner Bundle workbook that will going to help you plan your finances and keep your finances in a good shape. It has everything that you need: the debt tracker, loan tracker, expense tracker, income tracker, a lot more. The link is in description box below. It's a PDF download which you can very well download it. Let's talk about, do you need to go with the cheap products or expensive products? Like, you are having a two buckets and now you're confused which one to go for. Now I'm gonna be answering this question based on the different parameters, because it's not a one size fit box to go with always cheap products or to go always with the expensive products. I'm going to talk about being a business owner running my business. I'm also using different tools, different softwares, different application to run my business. I do have a website builder, paying the hosting companies, paying for the different software that I have a mobile application. I'm paying for that. I do pay for a lot of the tools and resources that I use for running my businesses. But for that purpose, I want to have a few things to take into consideration, whether you want to go with the cheap or with the expensive ones. The first parameter that you need to keep in mind about your goals. What is your goal with that particular product that you are purchasing? Keep that thing in mind. Do you see that the goals that you want for your product, or what the things that you're expecting from the product, are being actually fulfilled by the cheap products or being fulfilled by the expensive products? At times the cheap products look quite attractive and quite cheap, and they feel like, oh, if I'm gonna grab them, I'm gonna be able to do and go with that particular stuff. I don't need an expensive one. But when you really purchase a cheap one, you understand that it isn't that it is what it was showing before. It has a lot of the stuff that is missing, and now I need to go with the expensive one to actually fulfill that space. So make sure you have a clear goal when purchasing any kind of product, whether for your business, for your personal use, your home care goods. Have a goal in mind. For example, if you're purchasing a website builder, whether you want to go with the Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, or even going with the WordPress, you need to keep in mind what's your goal, what are your intention, okay? So depending on that, the things will going to vary. If you want a high flexibility, so many resources, then you have to go with the WordPress, because WordPress has a lot of the plugins that will going to help you make your website look more features that you want for your website. If not, then go with the Wix, Squarespace, or Shopify. So have a goal in mind. The second thing I want to ask you about when purchasing a product, once you figure out the goal, now let's take a look at the features of what that particular product look like, whether it's a cheap product or expensive one. Take a look at the features, their benefits, what they're offering in that particular product. Please keep an eye on that. And if you're confused that this is a thing, I'm not sure whether they are providing me in this particular plan or not, I'm not sure, make sure you contact that particular company to know more about the information of that particular product, whether it's actually been included or not. Make sure you do your research before actually purchasing the products. Take a little bit more time. I know that at times we don't have that much of time. We want to make a quick decisions, but I would highly recommend you to actually give a little bit more time to yourself to do the right research, which will really going to help you in the long run. The third point I want to add over here, which is really crucial when purchasing a product, whether for business or personal, understand and ask for that particular company whether their customer service are good or not, which is really important. If you're using some software, some website builders, some company stuff, and you see that the customer service is very poor and you're stuck with that, you don't know how to proceed with that, then it's not a good thing. So even if you have to pay more and you're getting a good customer service, then I would recommend you to pay more for the customer service, because Customer service is really important when purchasing a product from any company. So keep in mind about the customer service. Take a look at that. Maybe give it a shot and try and contact them via the email, via the call. The point you have to do is look at the reviews, which is another important criteria. It doesn't matter whether a product is expensive or cheap, there must be some reviews. It doesn't mean that if a product is very expensive, that means the product needs to be good or amazing. No, sometimes a crappy product has been also sold at the high price. And sometimes the cheap products are very good in comparison to their expensive version. So I would highly recommend you to read the reviews, look at the reviews on the website that you are purchasing, take a look at that, maybe talk to other people on the different forums, Facebook groups or different communities, maybe ask a question on a Quora, ask other people have they ever used this product, what they think about it, and look at the reviews. If you're purchasing on the Amazon, take a look at the reviews and the people who are sending the pictures of those products and letting you know about the real-time pictures, so that you would be able to know what you are getting from the product. Is it really worth it, your time and effort, your money or not? Another thing that you need to take into consideration about the parts of that particular product. If you're purchasing a laptop, a camera, gears or any electronic items or anything like that, you need the pads in the future. Whether you need extra battery, you need an extra lens, or you need an extra gear or a cover or something like that. Take a look at that. If you're purchasing this particular laptop for your business, does it has all the products or all the parts available in your home country or not? If you're purchasing something from international company, take a look at that, whether all the home parts are available in your home country or not. Because if it's not, then you have to import all the parts in your home country, and for that you have to pay the import duty and extra fees for that particular importing that particular part in your home country, and that could be more expensive on your part. So if you're purchasing any physical product, make sure you look at the different parts that particular company uses and whether they are accessible in your home country. And the last thing which I forgot to mention over here, take a look at the return policy or exchange policy or cancellation policies. For the digital products, you might not have a return policy or the exchange policies. But for the physical product, you might have a return policy and exchange policy. Take a look at that. If you're purchasing a laptop, can you return that laptop in 10 days, 15 days or 30 days to the company if you see any fault in your new laptop? Or there is some exchange that you could very well exchange it for a new laptop or exchange for some other device because that device is not working. So take a look at the cancellation policies, return policies and exchange policies for that particular product. And once you see all the check boxes have been checked and you see that everything has been checked, and I see that this particular product is in the good shape, it has everything which I wanted, good customer service, the parts are available, return policies there, XYZ, whatever the case is, then very well go and purchase that product. Sometimes cheap products does all the job for you and you don't need an expensive product. Other times you do need to invest a lot of the money in the expensive product because it will going to help you in the long run. Because sometimes the cheap product doesn't gonna help you in the long run. They're just gonna last for 6 months or a year or so, and then you have to purchase a new one. So it's better to actually purchase a little bit more expensive than gonna last for more years, maybe 5 years or maybe 10 years or more than that. So keep those things in mind as well and then do your purchase. So there is a no straightforward answer that should you go with the cheap or should you go with the expensive. I would tell you to look at your all these things which I mentioned and click on all the check boxes, and once you see every other check boxes have been finished and then you have both the versions in your hand and you need for short duration, then go with the cheap product. But if you really want it for a longer duration and a little bit more stuff, then go with the expensive one. Hopefully I have answered this particular question, to go with the cheap products or to go with the expensive products when purchasing anything. Hopefully I have answered that. And if you have your own tips and strategies, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'll gonna see you in the next one with a new amazing topic. Till then, take care. Bye guys.